Friday, May 30th. Went to Churchill Downs for Brian Lynch Day. Yesterday, when handicapping the card, I should say 2 days ago, when I was handicapping the card, and I made the notice that I liked Brian Lynch's 4 horses that he had entered on the card. One of them ended up getting scratched and left us with playing the third, one in the fifth, which is the one I preferred, and another one in race 7. And I said if I liked the way they looked on the track before the race, I would wager. And I ended up wagering on third and the fifth races, but not the 7th. Just wasn't seeing what I wanted to see in a horse before the race. So in race 3, you're looking at the results chart there. Litigation was the winner, trained by Brian Lynch. Paid $7.36 to win, and won rather handily by more than 3 lengths. So they got off to a good start and took us to race 5, where my preferred pick, number 2, Did It Dialed, as you can see, finished second, missed by half a length at 4.73 to 1. Certainly ran his race, and it was a good solid pick, and it was just one horse that was slightly better. So go to the bankroll and put in the one winner and the one loser, and for a moment got the bankroll back over $400 and added a little bit of money to the piggy bank. The bankroll started at $500 last November, and the wager is always 1.5% of what's in the bankroll. And when we win, 7% of the profit goes into the piggy bank. So, recapping the card at Churchill, and you see that I've learned how to draw on the screenshot of my tout sheet. So makes it a lot easier to show which horses were scratched and which ones were the winners, such as in race 1, my third choice, Candy Lover, was the winner, paying $7.30. The 3-1 exacta was $19 and change, and the 3-1-6 exacta was a very healthy $53 for 50 cents in just a 6-horse field. If somehow you pulled the trigger to box my 3 picks in a trifecta. You see in race 2, my first and third choices were scratched. Race 3 was the litigation race, where actually litigation had been my second choice. It was just later in the card when I was handicapping that I made the Brian Lynch connection. But in retrospect, I probably should have gone back and made litigation my top pick. But nonetheless, I pointed everybody in the right direction about the trainer connection. And then have to go down to, well, I should say in race 7, the 12, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, was Brian Lynch trainee. I just didn't like the way the filly looked out on the track, and she didn't run very well at all. My other 3 picks in that race were scratched. Race 8, my second and third choices were scratched. My top pick won, paid $4.08. And in race 9, my third and fourth choices were scratched. my second choice, House United, won paying $8.20, and the late double was $14 for $1. So no issues there. And going on to Saturday, um, again back at Churchill, and again I've handicapped the entire card, and my selections are available on my website, breedingwinners.com, after 3 a.m. on the day of the races. Um, that all gets done automatically. Uh, that everything, the website gets updated at 3 a.m. and that's when my picks become available. So I'm showing sire stats for races 5 and 6 at Churchill on Saturday. And in race 5, I'm going to take a flyer on number 12, Tara, a 3-year-old filly. Had 3 career starts. Been well bet in all 3 races. Started the career at Fairgrounds, 6 furlongs. Finished third in a field of 9 in her career debut. Next start was again 6 furlongs at Fairgrounds, field of 9. Went off as the favorite and finished second, missing by a length and a half. And then the third start came at Keeneland on April 17th, mile and 16th on the turf. And in a field of 12 from post 7, she wired the field. And just got to the lead and held like a half-length lead through the entire race. And I find that very, very impressive. And also find impressive that trainer William Walden, according to Brisnet, wins with 29% of his runners when he switches, it goes from turf to dirt. That's a pretty impressive percentage. And in race number 6, my pick is number 3, Giant Mischief. This is a grade 3, 6 furlong race for 4-year-olds and up. And boy, there are some really fast horses in this particular race, and should be a wicked duel for the early lead. And Giant Mischief likes to closely stalk the early lead, and I think so fits this race well. Won 5 of 11 career starts with 3 seconds. Only been at 6 furlongs 3 times with 2 wins in a second. And at Churchill, 3 starts, has a win in a second. So I think Giant Mischief is a very good fit in this speedy field of sprinters. Looking at the sire stats for Atara in race number 5, the sire Boltioro, 116 winners over the last 3 years of this type of race, which is a non-maiden dirt race for older horses, and 32%, which is exactly average, come at 8 to 8.5 furlongs. 34% when the purse is greater than $50,000, and the layoff figure of 150, or 50% above average, for getting those winners on 37 to 60 days rest. Looking at Giant Mischief, sire Into Mischief, one of the real leading sires in the industry these days. 535 winners over the last 3 years of this type of race. 33% have come at 6 furlongs. 46% when the purse is greater than $50,000, and the layoff figure of 105, or just slightly above average for getting winners on 23 to 36 days rest. Going to the broodmare sire stats for Atara in race 5. Broodmare sire Henny Hughes, 172 winners of this type of race over the last 3 years, 33% at the distance. Only 16% in the purse category, which is a little bit on the low side. But I don't know, it just had a good feeling about this particular runner, and like I said, taking a flyer at a pretty good price, and the layoff figure of 90 or just slightly below average. And the broodmare sire in race 6 for Giant Mischief is Giant Oak, who's only had 7 previous winners of this type of race over the last 3 years, and 43% at the distance, 43% in the purse, and the layoff of almost exactly average, whereas 100 is average and has a layoff figure of 101. Going to the trainer stats for Atara, William Walden, 25 previous winners over the last 3 years, 56% at the distance, 68% in the purse category, and the layoff figure of 233 are better than 2 times the average for getting winners on 37 to 60 days rest. And in race 6, Giant Mischief, trained by Brad Cox, 273 winners over the last 3 years, only 14% at 6 furlongs. He really does get most of his winners going longer distances. But I really don't see that it's a problem. Giant Mischief fits at the distance extremely well. 86% in the purse column and 116 in the layoff for 23 to 36 days rest. So those are the 2 prime plays. Please visit breedingwinners.com to get my selections for the rest of the card. It really is a fabulous day of racing at Churchill. So wish you well, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.